Let's talk about the Lake Wallenpaupack Pike Wayne MLS real estate market recap for March 2022. Well, we're already into April. It's starting to get a little bit nicer out. I love that the sun is shining and the sky is blue. So that is a big deal for us up here in the Northeast. There's been lots of activity in so many different directions for this past month. So let's just discuss some of that. Interest rates did go up, but what that caused was some buyers to, in my opinion, kind of rush into the market and make some purchases. I think that they saw that the rates were going up and that their money would buy them less. So we did see, I know on some of my properties, I did see multiple offers. So that was definitely a bit of an uptick in the month of March. And when we get into the data, I will show you that in a little bit. Another thing that happened is Wayne County tax assessments started hitting the mailboxes of any residents in Wayne County. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will tell you what I know and what I've learned. I've spoken to other agents. I've spoken to some of the residents in the county that have contacted the county. So I will just share my knowledge. If you need help pulling comparables, definitely reach out. So that's kind of what has been going on last month. It's always so exciting out there. So let's dig into the data. The current residential homes on the market right now are 323 houses on the market. Last year around this time, actually last month around this time, we had 298 homes on the market. So we're definitely up, and I had anticipated that would happen. And that March was the lowest inventory we will see. We saw it dip as low as 295. That was pretty much the low point, I believe, and that was in March. So last mid-April, we had 350 homes on the market. So we're down by about 27 houses. Nothing crazy, but we're definitely down in inventory, and interest rates are going up. So it seems to me that buyers are making purchases a little bit quicker. So we'll probably see that inventory remain pretty low for the next month or two. So our average sales price for March was $310,000. It's an 18% increase from last March at this time. So that price is still going up, and our average sales price has been was increasing, but now we're seeing it's remaining steady. So January was up 16% from the previous January. February was 18%, and March is 18%. We saw it jump as high as 46% about a year ago. So we're seeing that stabilize a bit. Our absorption rate, let's talk about how long it would take to sell off all of the inventory that we have in the MLS, in our Pike Wayne MLS. We're at a 1.38. Our lowest was March of 2021 at a 1.31. So that could have been the low point in our market where we had the least amount of inventory was last March. And I see that play out in our numbers. So it would take about a month and a quarter to sell off all of our inventory. That number is remaining low. We did go up as high as September. It looks like September, October is when we have our high points in the market. So just keep that in mind. Right now is our lowest inventory. In the fall, we'll have our highest inventory. Our sold listings. Our sold listings are down 24% compared to last year at this time. We closed on 188 homes in March. Last March, it was 246. I'm not surprised. Our inventory is lower, so that's going to happen. Our price points that went up, 300,000 to 400,000, went up 24%, and our 500,000 price point and up went up 30%. And our $250,000 price point is down. So we're definitely going to start seeing those shifts in the various price points. For the longest time, everything was up. But now that inventory is so tight, we'll start seeing there's just not as many homes in those price points to sell. Our pending, so this is where I found it interesting because I felt this. Our homes under contract are up 9% compared to last March, and I definitely did feel that this past March was busy, was busier than last. 258 homes pended last month compared to 237 in March of 2021. Our active homes are down 8% year to date. And our new listings, though, are up 4%. So that's gonna probably help with our inventory problem. Let's see here, areas to point out, different communities. So the Hideout, what happened in the Hideout? The Hideout has 34 active homes in April, right now, 2022. Last April, they only had 22 active homes. The Hideout is going through possibly restricting short-term rentals, so that's pushing people to put their houses on the market. And as you can see, from last month in March, we had 16 to April, we have 34. We've almost doubled the inventory in there. And you're not really gonna see that in any of the other communities. Fawn Lake only has 4 active homes on the market. Last April, there were 6. So that inventory is down a little bit. The month before, in the early March, there were 5 active homes. Mast Hope, right now, there are 8 active homes on the market. Last April, there were 9. So we're about the same pace for Mast Hope. Tanglewood Lakes, right now, we have 4 active homes on the market. And let's see, last April, we had 5. Again, pacing just the same. The Hideout seems to be the only one where they have doubled their inventory. And Wallenpaupack Lake Estates, another very active and popular community, 7 active homes on the market. Last April, same thing, 7. It's crazy how the inventory remains similar year after year. Lake Wallenpaupack, we have 5 lakefront homes on the market. We had about the same last year. I think we had 6. But 2 years ago, during COVID, we had 30 active homes on the market. What we would do for inventory like that right now. And then non-Lake Wallenpaupack lakefronts, there are 26 non-Lake Wallenpaupack lakefronts on the market. Last month we had 20, and in April, last April we had 15. So we've really increased that inventory as well. So that is a recap of the Pike Wayne MLS real estate market for March and a little bit of April 2022. If you would like to discuss any of this, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to review it. If you're in a community, we could talk about what's going on there and also how to prep your home if you're looking to put it on. All right, thanks so much and have a wonderful start to spring. Bye.